Rain clouds gathered over downtown street. People cross beneath the fading light. You were standing just a step away, close enough to hear your quiet breath, far enough to wonder what you felt. Traffic signals, colored pools of rain. Evening settles softly on the town. Neither one of us moved very much, yet the distance seemed alive somehow, like a line drawn lightly in the air. 5 centimeters felt like miles tonight. A tiny space I could not overcome. The rain kept falling through the city sky as questions lingered in my mind. 5 centimeters standing next to you, a fragile gap between a dream and truth. Every passing second stretched the distance, though your shadow almost touched my own. In the middle of the softly falling rain, I wish that space would disappear. The pavement carried echoes of our steps. Streetlights shimmered through the silver rain. I rehearsed 100 simple words, but every sentence faded from my lips while the night continued drifting by. 5 centimeters felt like miles tonight. A tiny space I could not overcome. The rain kept falling through the city sky as questions lingered in my mind. 5 centimeters standing next to you, a fragile gap between a dream and truth. Every passing second stretched the distance, though your shadow almost touched my own. In the middle of the softly falling rain, I wish the space would disappear. The clouds were moving somewhere far away. The city breathed beneath the evening sky, and still I stood beside you there. 5 centimeters standing next to you. The smallest distance felt impossible. Tomorrow may erase this quiet moment, but tonight remains inside my heart. 5 centimeters from beginning us. Rain arrived before the evening rush. People searched for shelter from the storm. You unfolded one umbrella slowly, holding back the the silver curtain rain and invited me to walk beside you. The city glowed beneath reflected lights. Storefront colors danced across the road. Cars moved like rivers through the night while we followed our unhurried path, sharing one small space above the street. The world outside became a distant blur. The rain erased the noise of passing crowds. Our footsteps found a comfortable rhythm, and silence felt enough somehow. Under one umbrella we kept walking through a city washed in silver rain. Every crowded street seemed less familiar. Every passing light appeared more warm. In a world too wide for lonely hearts, one umbrella felt like its own sky. A gentle breeze drifted through the trees. Raindrops traced patterns on the fabric roof. You looked ahead beyond the crossing lights, and I memorized the way you smiled as the evening quietly unfolded. The world outside became a distant blur. The rain erased the noise of passing crowds. Our footsteps found a comfortable rhythm, and silence felt enough somehow. Under one umbrella we kept walking through a city washed in silver rain. Every crowded street seemed less familiar. Every passing light appeared more warm. In a world too wide for lonely hearts, one umbrella felt like its own sky. The storm would pass before too long. The clouds would travel with the wind, but this walk would remain with me. Under one umbrella we kept walking. The distance faded with each passing step. Tomorrow waits beyond the city lights, yet tonight belongs to falling rain. One umbrella holding two small worlds. Rain arrived across the afternoon. Clouds were hanging over every street. People hurried through the drifting gray. You appeared beneath a single umbrella, and I stepped into your quiet space. Neon colors trembled on the road. Silver circles gathered at our feet. Neither one of us said very much, yet the silence felt surprisingly warm, like a song preparing its first note. Every step reduced the space between. The city faded past the curtain rain. Our footsteps slowly found a common pace, and something gentle changed inside when our shoulders touched beneath one umbrella. The world becomes smaller than before. Every raindrop redraws the air around us, washing distant thoughts into the ground. In the middle of an ordinary evening, you become the center of my view. Traffic lights reflected on the street. Even time appeared to move more slow. A raindrop rested softly on your sleeve. I wonder what was hidden in your mind while the clouds drifted toward the west. Every step reduced the space between. The city faded past the curtain rain. Our footsteps slowly found a common pace, and something gentle changed inside when our shoulders touched beneath one umbrella. The world becomes smaller than before. Every raindrop redraws the air around us, washing distant thoughts into the ground. In the middle of an ordinary evening, you become the center of my view. The rain may end before the night is gone. The clouds may travel far beyond this town, but this small moment will remain when our shoulders touch beneath one umbrella. The distance disappears without a sound. Tomorrow waits beyond the crossing streets, yet tonight feels brighter than city lights. When our shoulders touch, I feel at home. The signal changed from green into red. Cars slowed down beneath the evening sky. Rain was falling softly on the road. We stopped together at the crossing line, watching headlights glide through silver mist. The city moved around us endlessly. People passed with places left to reach, but time seemed slower where we stood. A quiet pause between two destinations, a borrowed moment from a busy day. The red light held the world in place. The rain softened every passing sound. For a while there was only you and me, waiting for the road ahead. Stop at the traffic light beside me. Let the rushing city fade away. Every second feels a little brighter, standing underneath the falling rain. Somewhere in this ordinary evening, a simple pause becomes a memory. Reflection shimmered on the painted lines. The signal counted down above the street. I wanted time to linger just a bit before the crowd carried us apart into the currents of the night. The red light held the world in place. The rain softened every passing sound. For a while there was only you and me, waiting for the road ahead. Stop at the traffic light beside me. Let the rushing city fade away. Every second feels a little brighter, standing underneath the falling rain. Somewhere in this ordinary evening, a simple pause becomes a memory. The signal soon would turn to green. The city soon would move again. But this moment stayed with me. Stop at the traffic light beside me before the night carries us away. Tomorrow waits beyond the crossing road, yet this pause shines brighter than before. A memory born beneath red lights. The rain grew stronger down the avenue. People hurried underneath the clouds. You walked ahead beyond the crowded street. I followed through the restless evening air, trying not to let you fade away. Neon signs reflected on the road. The city sparkled through a veil of rain. Every crossing seemed a little longer. Every corner carried traces of you, like a map unfolding in my heart. The distance widened for a moment. The crowd became a moving river. I quickened every step to reach you before you disappeared from sight. These breathless steps are leading me forward, through the rain and through the city lights. Every heartbeat follows your direction. Every signal points me to your smile. In a world of endless movement, like a star appearing after clouds. The distance widened for a moment. The crowd became a moving river. I quickened every step to reach you before you disappeared from sight. These breathless steps are leading me forward through the rain and through the city lights. Every heartbeat follows your direction. Every signal points me to your smile. In a world of endless moving shadows, you remain the place I want to find. The rain may scatter across the streets, the crowd may carry people away, but my path returns to you. These breathless steps are leading me forward across the shimmering evening roads. Tomorrow waits beyond the falling rain, yet tonight I follow only you. These breathless steps know where to go. Rain tapped softly on the umbrella. Night arrived above the city lights. We walked slowly through familiar streets, listening to the rhythm of the rain and the quiet sounds between our words. The traffic hummed beyond the avenue. Reflections drifted over pools of light. A gentle silence settled all around, yet something underneath was moving fast, like a hidden current in the dark. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain, like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along the way. In the middle of a crowded city, only those two rhythms remain. A passing breeze wandered through the trees. Raindrops danced across the waiting road. You looked upward toward the cloudy sky, and I noticed how the night seemed brighter, standing quietly next to you. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain, like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along the way. In the middle of a crowded city, only those two rhythms remain. streets, and our hearts followed along. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath one shared sky. Tomorrow waits beyond the distant lights, yet tonight feels perfectly complete. Two heartbeats finding their own song. Rain taps softly on the umbrella. Night arrived above the city lights. We walk slowly through familiar streets, listening to the rhythm of the rain and the quiet sounds between our words. The traffic hum beyond the avenue. Reflections drifted over pools of light. A gentle silence settled all around, yet something underneath was moving fast, like a hidden current in the dark. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain. Like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along the way. In the middle of a crowded city, only those two rhythms remained. A passing breeze wandered through the trees. Raindrops danced across the waiting road. You looked upward toward the cloudy sky, and I noticed how the night seemed brighter, standing quietly next to you. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain. Like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along the way. In the middle of a crowded city, only those two rhythms remain. The rain composed its gentle song. The night carried it through the streets, and our hearts followed along. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath one shared sky. Tomorrow waits beyond the distant lights, yet tonight feels perfectly complete. Two heartbeats finding their own song. The rain grew heavier after sunset. Crowded streets disappeared beneath the storm. You held the us lightly toward me while we followed the evening road without noticing the passing time. The city glowed through the falling rain. Storefront lights shimmered on the pavement. Everything appeared perfectly ordinary until I noticed something unexpected, a darker shade upon your shoulder. The storm kept whispering overhead, and I concealed its quiet answer. Then I finally understood the reason hidden in that simple detail. Your left shoulder slowly became wetter while the rain stayed far away from me. Without words, you moved the umbrella closer, giving me the shelter meant for two. Discovered what kindness means. You never spoke about the sacrifice. You simply smiled and looked ahead. The rain continued falling through the city, yet that small gesture stayed with me long after the clouds had passed. The storm kept whispering overhead, and I concealed its quiet answer. Then I finally understood the reason hidden in that simple detail. Your left shoulder slowly became wetter while the rain stayed far away from me. Without words, you moved the umbrella closer, giving me the shelter meant for two. In the middle of a silent evening, I discovered what kindness means. Some feelings never ask for praise. Some hearts reveal themselves through actions more clearly than spoken words. Your left shoulder slowly became wetter, yeah, you never seemed to mind at all. Tomorrow may erase the falling rain, but not the warmth you left behind. A quiet answer in the storm. The storm began to soften in the sky. Dark clouds slowly carried fading light. Yet somewhere in the distance overhead, a faint color started to appear, like hesitation mixed with evening air. The city still reflected wet street lights, but something warmer touched the cold horizon. We walked beneath the changing shade of gray, as if the weather had begun to think. softer tone, and in the silence growing all around I felt a shift I could not name. Paintings, dark clouds drifting over us, turning every shadow into light. Even the storm begins to hesitate when it passes through your quiet gaze. And this uncertain, glowing atmosphere, something new is forming in the sky. You looked upward without a single word, as if you noticed what I could not see. The wind moved gently through the empty street, and everything between us felt alive, like time had paused to watch the sky. The rain no longer felt so heavy now. It carried traces of a softer tone, and in the silence growing all around I felt a shift I could not name. Pink-tinged dark clouds drifting over us, turning every shadow into light. Even the storm begins to hesitate when it passes through your quiet gaze. In this uncertain, glowing atmosphere, something new is forming in the sky. The clouds are neither gone nor fully here. They linger like a thought we cannot say. Yet something in the air feels changed. Paintings, dark clouds slowly drifting by. The night is no longer what it was. Tomorrow waits beyond the changing sky. But this color stays inside my mind, a quiet promise in the storm. The rain had almost turned into a mist. People move more slowly through the street. You walk beside me without looking back, as if the distance between us was nothing. But my thoughts were louder than the storm. Small words stayed hidden in my chest, each one fading before it reached my lips. I watched the way you held the umbrella, angled just enough to keep me dry, while you stepped slightly closer to the edge. I wondered if you ever felt the same, or if it was only in my mind. The silence grew too heavy to ignore, yet I still could not speak. Please notice me standing right beside you, Traffic lights changed without a warning, and people crossed like rivers in the night. You paused for just a second at the corner, and I thought I saw you hesitate before the moment slipped away again. I wondered if you ever felt the same, or if it was only in my mind. The silence grew too heavy to ignore, yet I still could not speak. Please notice me standing right beside you, even if I never say it out loud. Every step I take is quietly reaching toward a place where you might turn around. In this crowded world of passing moments, I am only looking at you. The words I never said remain inside, like rain that never reached the ground, waiting for a chance that may not come. Please notice me before the night is gone, before the distance grows between us again. Even if the world keeps moving forward, I am still standing where you left me, hoping you will finally see me. The rain made every street feel smaller. Crowds move closer than they meant to be. You and I were walking side by side, with barely room for even one step more. Yet somehow it felt like enough for us. Shoulders almost brushed with every turn. The umbrella framed a fragile world. Every sound became unusually near. Even breathing felt more carefully shared, as if the city had narrowed its lines. There was no space to hide my thoughts, no distance left to keep them safe. Only the quiet pressure of the moment between your presence and my own. In this narrow space between two strangers, everything becomes impossible to ignore. Every glance turns into something heavier. Every silence carries meaning now. In the crowded lines of passing people, only you remain in focus. A passing car reflected in your eyes. The light bends softly across your face. I noticed how you slowed your every step, as if the world had tightened around us, and time forgot to move ahead. There was no space to hide my thoughts, no distance left to keep them safe. Only the quiet pressure of the moment between your presence and my own. In this narrow space between two strangers, into something heavier. Every silence carries meaning now. In the crowded lines of passing people, only you remain in focus. The city pressed us closer than before, but I did not want to move away, even if the space disappeared. And this narrow space beneath the rain, even silence feels like holding on. Tomorrow may expand the world again, but tonight is only you and me, trapped gently in a moment we cannot leave. The rain was falling like a steady sky, but nothing felt the same beneath the roof. Your hand adjusted slightly on the handle, and suddenly the world grew smaller still, as if the city disappeared for us. Every drop above became a distant sound. The traffic turned into a muted rhythm. We stood inside a circle made of rain, where time was bending quietly around us, and every breath felt gently out of place. I never noticed how wide the world could be until it folded into something small, a fragile space where only we remained, suspended in the falling weather. There is a universe inside this umbrella, where every storm becomes a quiet song. The city fades into a distant echo, and only your presence feels like truth. In this small world drawn by falling water, I forget everything but you. Your sleeve brushed lightly against my own. A simple motion changed the air between us. The night outside kept rushing endlessly, but here it felt completely still, like everything had paused to listen. I never noticed how wide the world could be until it folded into something small, a fragile space where only we remained, suspended in the falling weather. There is a universe inside this umbrella, where every storm becomes a quiet song. The city fades into a distant echo, and only your presence feels like truth. In this small world drawn by falling water, I forget everything but you. If the rain should ever stop one day, I wonder if this world will still exist, or vanish like a passing dream. There is a universe inside this umbrella, and I am lost inside its gentle light. Tomorrow waits beyond the outer streets, but here I do not need to leave, because this small world is enough. The rain began to slow its steady fall. The city shimmered after passing storm. We walked a little faster than before, as if the ground itself had changed its tone, and every step felt lighter than the last. Reflections broke apart along the road, like fragments of a dream still half awake. Your footsteps matched the rhythm of my own. Without a word we moved in quiet sync, towards something neither one of us could name. The air still carried traces of the rain, but something warmer started in the wind, a feeling I could barely understand, growing stronger with each passing block. Excited steps across the fading storm, like hearts that learn to move in the same time. Every street became a turning point. Every corner felt a little brighter now. In this moment where the sky is clearing, I find myself walking closer to you. A broken puddle caught your passing smile. The light bent softly through the afternoon. You glanced ahead as if you already knew that something new was waiting just beyond, where yesterday was slowly left behind. The air still carried traces of the rain, but something warmer started in the wind, a feeling I could barely understand, growing stronger with each passing block. Excited steps across the fading storm, like hearts that learn to move in the same time. Every street became a turning point. Every corner felt a little brighter now. In this moment where the sky is clearing, I find myself walking closer to you. The storm is leaving without a sound, but nothing here feels ordinary now, as if the world is quietly beginning. Excited steps beneath the opening sky, no longer bound by distance or by rain. Tomorrow waits just past the glowing road, but I am still walking next to you, and every step feels like the start of us. The rain has nearly stopped above the street. The clouds are slowly drifting out of sight. We pause beneath the fading evening light as drops still clung along the folded edge, like memories refusing to release. The umbrella trembled in your hand, a small world closing after shelter ends. The city sounds return from far away, and footsteps felt more separate again as distance quietly returned to us. The space between us started to grow with every breath. The silence changed its tone. What felt like one small universe before became two paths preparing to divide. Folding the umbrella after the rain feels like closing something we cannot keep. Every drop that falls from its surface is a moment slipping out of reach. In this gentle end of shared weather, I do not know how to let you go. You brush the handle slowly in your grip, as if you measure time within your hands. The streets became more ordinary again, yet something in the air remained unchanged, a quiet trace of everything we were. The space between us started to grow with every breath. The silence changed its tone. What felt like one small universe before became two paths preparing to divide. Folding the umbrella after the rain feels like closing something we cannot keep. Every drop that falls from its surface is a moment slipping out of reach. In this gentle end of shared weather, I do not know how to let you go. The rain is gone, but something stays behind, a shape that lingers in the evening air between what was and what will be. Folding the umbrella after the rain, the world becomes too wide again for us. Tomorrow waits beyond the quiet street, but I am still holding yesterday inside the shape of what we shared. Three lights blinked as evening settled down. The last of rain was barely on the ground. We stood there where the crossing lines divide, not knowing how to stretch the moment more. The silence gently filled the empty air. The city slowly returned to its own pace, though the storm had disappeared, like it forgot to say goodbye to us. I felt the distance starting once again, a space returned between our separate worlds, but something softer stayed within the night, refusing to dissolve into the dark. See you tomorrow, quietly you said, as if the words could hold the night in place. Every ending feels like a beginning when your voice still lingers in the air. In this final moment of our rainfall, I want to believe in next time. You turned away beneath the streetlight glow, a shadow fading slowly into space. I watched until the crowd took you away, but something of you stayed behind with me, like echoes resting on the pavement lines. I felt the distance starting once again, a space returned between our separate worlds, but something softer stayed within the night, refusing to dissolve into the dark. See you tomorrow, quietly you said, as if the words could hold the night in place. Every ending feels like a beginning when your voice still lingers in the air. In this final moment of our rainfall, I want to believe in next time. The rain is gone, but memory remains, like light reflected on a distant wall, not fading, only changing form. See you tomorrow, beneath the fading sky. The city slowly returns to itself, but I am still walking where you stood, holding on to what the night became, until tomorrow comes again. Rain clouds gathered over downtown street. People cross beneath the fading light. You were standing just a step away, close enough to hear your quiet breath, far enough to wonder what you felt. Traffic signals, colored pools of rain. Evening settles softly on the town. Neither one of us moved very much, yet the distance seemed alive somehow, like a line drawn lightly in the air. 5 centimeters felt like miles tonight. between a dream and truth. Every passing second stretched the distance, though your shadow almost touched my own. In the middle of the softly falling rain, I wish that space would disappear. The pavement carried echoes of our steps. Streetlights shimmer through the silver rain. I rehearsed 100 simple words, but every sentence faded from my lips while the night continued drifting by. 5 centimeters felt like miles tonight. A tiny space I could not overcome. The rain kept falling through the city sky as questions lingered in my mind. 5 centimeters standing next to you, a fragile gap between a dream and truth. Every passing second stretched the distance, though your shadow almost touched my own. In the middle of the softly falling rain, I wish the space would disappear. The clouds were moving somewhere far away. The city breathed beneath the evening sky, and still I stood beside you there. 5 centimeters standing next to you. The smallest distance felt impossible. Tomorrow may erase this quiet moment, but tonight remains inside my heart. 5 centimeters from beginning us. Rain arrived before the evening rush. People searched for shelter from the storm. You unfolded one umbrella slowly, holding back the silver curtain rain, and invited me to walk beside you. The city glowed beneath reflected lights. Storefront colors danced across the road. Cars moved like rivers through the night, while we followed our unhurried path, sharing one small space above the street. The world outside became a distant blur. The rain erased the noise of passing crowds. Our footsteps found a comfortable rhythm, and silence felt enough somehow. Under one umbrella we kept walking through a city washed in silver rain. Every crowded street seemed less familiar. Every passing light appeared more warm. Raindrops traced patterns on the fabric roof. You looked ahead beyond the crossing lights, and I memorized the way you smiled as the evening quietly unfolded. The world outside became a distant blur. The rain erased the noise of passing crowds. Our footsteps found a comfortable rhythm, and silence felt enough somehow. Under one umbrella we kept walking through a city washed in silver rain. Every crowded street seemed less familiar. Every passing light appeared more warm. In a world too wide for lonely hearts, one umbrella felt like its own sky. The storm would pass before too long. The clouds would travel with the wind, but this walk would remain with me. Under one umbrella we kept walking. The distance faded with each passing step. Tomorrow waits beyond the city lights, yet tonight belongs to falling rain. One umbrella holding two small worlds. Rain arrived across the afternoon. Clouds were hanging over every street. People hurried through the drifting gray. You appeared beneath a single umbrella, and I stepped into your quiet space. Neon colors trembled on the road. Silver circles gathered at our feet. Neither one of us said very much, yet the silence felt surprisingly warm, like a song preparing its first note. Every step reduced the space between. The city faded past the curtain rain. Our footsteps slowly found a common pace, and something gentle changed inside when our shoulders touched beneath one umbrella. The world becomes smaller than before. Every raindrop redraws the air around us, washing distant thoughts into the ground. In the middle of an ordinary evening, you become the center of my view. Traffic lights reflected on the street. Even time appeared to move more slow. A raindrop rested softly on your sleeve. I wonder what was hidden in your mind while the clouds drifted toward the west. Every step reduced watched the space between the city faded past the curtain rain. Our footsteps slowly found a common pace, and something gentle changed inside when our shoulders touched beneath one umbrella. The world becomes smaller than before. Every raindrop redraws the air around us, washing distant thoughts into the ground. In the middle of an ordinary evening, you become the center of my view. The rain may end before the night is gone. The clouds may travel far beyond this town, but this small moment will remain when our shoulders touch beneath one umbrella. The distance disappears without a sound. Tomorrow waits beyond the crossing streets, yet tonight feels brighter than city lights. When our shoulders touch, I feel at home. The signal changed from green into red. Cars slowed down beneath the evening sky. Rain was falling softly on the road. We stopped together at the crossing line, watching headlights glide through silver mist. The city moved around us endlessly. People passed with places left to reach, but time seemed slower where we stood. A quiet pause between two destinations, a borrowed moment from a busy day. The red light held the world in place. The rain softened every passing sound. For a while there was only you and me, waiting for the road ahead. Stop at the traffic light beside me. Let the rushing city fade away. Every second feels a little brighter, standing underneath the falling rain. Somewhere in this ordinary evening, a simple pause becomes a memory. Reflection shimmered on the painted lines. The signal counted down above the street. I wanted time to linger just a bit before the crowd carried us apart into the currents of the night. The red light held the world in place. The rain softened every passing sound. For a while there was only you and me, waiting for the road ahead. Stop at the traffic light beside me. Let the rushing city fade away. Every second feels a little brighter, standing underneath the falling rain. Somewhere in this city soon would move again, but this moment stayed with me. Stop at the traffic light beside me before the night carries us away. Tomorrow waits beyond the crossing road, yet this pause shines brighter than before. A memory born beneath red lights. The rain grew stronger down the avenue. People hurried underneath the clouds. You walked ahead beyond the crowded street. I followed through the restless evening air, trying not to let you fade away. Neon signs reflected on the road. The city sparkled through a veil of rain. Every crossing seemed a little longer. Every corner carried traces of you, like a map unfolding in my heart. The distance widened for a moment. The crowd became a moving river. I quickened every step to reach you before you disappeared from sight. These breathless steps are leading me forward, through the rain and through the city lights. Every heartbeat follows your direction. Every signal points me to your smile. In a world of endless moving shadows, you remain the place I want to find. At last I saw your silhouette ahead, waiting quietly beneath a street lamp. The falling rain softened every outline, yet I knew it was you from afar, like a star appearing after clouds. The distance widened for a moment. The crowd became a moving river. I quickened every step to reach you before you disappeared from sight. These breathless steps are leading me forward, through the rain and through the city lights. Every heartbeat follows your direction. Every signal points me to your smile. In a world of endless moving shadows, you remain the place I want to find. The rain may scatter across the streets, the crowd may carry people away, but my path returns to you. These breathless steps are leading me forward, across the shimmering evening roads. Tomorrow waits beyond the falling rain, yet tonight I follow only you. These breathless steps know where to go. tapped softly on the umbrella. Night arrived above the city lights. We walked slowly through familiar streets, listening to the rhythm of the rain and the quiet sounds between our words. The traffic hung beyond the avenue. Reflections drifted over pools of light. A gentle silence settled all around, yet something underneath was moving fast, like a hidden current in the dark. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain, like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along the way. In the middle of a crowded city, only those two rhythms remain. A passing breeze wandered through the trees. Raindrops danced across the waiting road. You looked upward toward the cloudy sky, and I noticed how the night seemed brighter, standing quietly next to you. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain, like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along the way. In the middle of a crowded city, only those two rhythms remain. The rain composed its gentle song. The night carried it through the streets, and our hearts followed along. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath one shared sky. Tomorrow waits beyond the distant lights, yet tonight feels perfectly complete. Two heartbeats finding their own song. Rain tapped softly on the umbrella. Night arrived above the city lights. We walked slowly through familiar streets, listening to the rhythm of the rain and the quiet sounds between our words. The traffic hung beyond the avenue. Reflections drifted over pools of light. A gentle silence settled all around, yet something underneath was moving fast, like a hidden current in the dark. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain, like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along at the cloudy sky, and I noticed how the night seemed brighter, standing quietly next to you. I could feel the moment growing closer. Every step seemed lighter than before. The city faded somewhere in the distance, leaving only what was real. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath the falling rain. Like two melodies slowly intertwining, finding harmony along the way. In the middle of a crowded city, only those two rhythms remain. The rain composed its gentle song, the night carried it through the streets, and our hearts followed along. Two heartbeats moving through the evening, keeping time beneath one shared sky. Tomorrow waits beyond the distant lights, yet tonight feels perfectly complete. Two heartbeats finding their own song. The rain grew heavier after sunset. Crowded streets disappeared beneath the storm. You held the umbrella slightly toward me while we followed the evening road, without noticing the passing time. The city glowed through the falling rain. Storefront lights shimmered on the pavement. Everything appeared perfectly ordinary until I noticed something unexpected, a darker shade upon your shoulder. The storm kept whispering overhead, the night concealed its quiet answer. Then I finally understood the reason hidden in that simple detail. Your left shoulder slowly became wetter, while the rain stayed far away from me. Without words, you moved the umbrella closer, giving me the shelter meant for two. In the middle of a silent evening, I discovered what kindness means. You never spoke about the sacrifice. You simply smiled and looked ahead. The rain continued falling through the city, yet that small gesture stayed with me long after the clouds had passed. The storm kept whispering overhead, the night concealed its quiet answer. Then I finally understood the reason hidden in that simple detail. Your left shoulder slowly became wetter, while the rain stayed far away from me. Without words, you moved the umbrella closer, giving me the shelter meant for two. discovered what kindness means. Some feelings never ask for praise. Some hearts reveal themselves through actions more clearly than spoken words. Your left shoulder slowly became wetter. Yeah, you never seemed to mind at all. Tomorrow may erase the falling rain, but not the warmth you left behind. A quiet answer in the storm. The storm began to soften in the sky. Dark clouds slowly carried fading light. Yet somewhere in the distance overhead, a faint color started to appear, like hesitation mixed with evening air. The city still reflected wet street lights, but something warmer touched the cold horizon. We walked beneath the changing shade of gray, as if the weather had begun to think between what ends and what will come next. The rain no longer felt so heavy now. It carried traces of a softer tone, and in the silence growing all around, I felt a shift I could not name. Paintings, dark clouds drifting over us, turning every shadow into light. Even the storm begins to hesitate when it passes through your quiet gaze. And this uncertain, glowing atmosphere, something new is forming in the sky. You looked upward without a single word, as if you noticed what I could not see. The wind moved gently through the empty street, and everything between us felt alive, like time had paused to watch the sky. The rain no longer felt so heavy now. It carried traces of a softer tone, and in the silence growing all around, I felt a shift I could not name. Paintings, dark clouds drifting over us, turning every shadow into light. Even the storm begins to hesitate when it passes through your quiet gaze. In this uncertain, glowing atmosphere, something new is forming in the sky. The clouds are neither gone nor fully here. They linger like a thought we cannot say. Yes, something in the air feels changed. Paintings, this color stays inside my mind. A quiet promise in the storm. The rain had almost turned into a mist. People move more slowly through the street. You walk beside me without looking back, as if the distance between us was nothing. But my thoughts were louder than the storm. Small words stayed hidden in my chest, each one fading before it reached my lips. I watched the way you held the umbrella, angled just enough to keep me dry, while you stepped slightly closer to the edge. I wondered if you ever felt the same, or if it was only in my mind. The silence grew too heavy to ignore, yet I still could not speak. Please notice me standing right beside you, even if I never say it out loud. Every step I take is quietly reaching toward a place where you might turn around. In this crowded world of passing moments, I am only looking at you. The traffic lights changed without a warning, and people crossed like rivers in the night. You paused for just a second at the corner, and I thought I saw you hesitate before the moment slipped away again. I wondered if you ever felt the same, or if it was only in my mind. The silence grew too heavy to ignore, yet I still could not speak. Please notice me standing right beside you, even if I never say it out loud. Every step I take is quietly reaching toward a place where you might turn around. In this crowded world of passing moments, I am only looking at you. The words I never said remain inside, like rain that never reached the ground, waiting for a chance that may not come. Please notice me before the night is gone, before the distance grows between us again. Even if the world keeps moving forward, I am still standing where you left me, hoping you will finally see me. move closer than they meant to be. You and I were walking side by side, with barely room for even one step more. Yet somehow it felt like enough for us. Shoulders almost brushed with every turn. The umbrella framed a fragile world. Every sound became unusually near. Even breathing felt more carefully shared, as if the city had narrowed its lines. There was no space to hide my thoughts, no distance left to keep them safe. Only the quiet pressure of the moment between your presence and my own. In this narrow space between two strangers, everything becomes impossible to ignore. Every glance turns into something heavier. Every silence carries meaning now. In the crowded lines of passing people, only you remain in focus. A passing car reflected in your eyes. The light bent softly across your face. I noticed how you slowed your every step, as if the world had tightened around us, and time forgot to move ahead. There was no space to hide my thoughts, no distance left to keep them safe. Only the quiet pressure of the moment between your presence and my own. In this narrow space between two strangers, everything becomes impossible to ignore. Every glance turns into something heavier. Every silence carries meaning now. In the crowded lines of passing people, only you remain in focus. The city pressed us closer than before, but I did not want to move away, even if the space disappeared. And this narrow space beneath the rain, even silence feels like holding on. Tomorrow may expand the world again, but tonight is only you and me, trapped gently in a moment we cannot leave. The rain was falling like a steady sky, but nothing felt the same beneath the roof. Your hand adjusted slightly on the handle, and suddenly the world grew smaller still, as if the city disappeared for us. Every drop above became a distant sound. The traffic turned into a muted rhythm. We stood inside a circle made of rain, where time was bending quietly around us, and every breath felt gently out of place. I never noticed how wide the world could be until it folded into something small. fragile space where only we remained, suspended in the falling weather. There is a universe inside this umbrella, where every storm becomes a quiet song. The city fades into a distant echo, and only your presence feels like truth. In this small world drawn by falling water, I forget everything but you. Your sleeve brushed lightly against my own. A simple motion changed the air between us. The night outside kept rushing endlessly, but here it felt completely still, like everything had paused to listen. I never noticed how wide the world could be until it folded into something small, a fragile space where only we remained, suspended in the falling weather. There is a universe inside this umbrella, where every storm becomes a quiet song. The city fades into a distant echo, and only your presence feels like truth. In this small world drawn by falling water, I forget everything but you. If the rain should ever stop one day, I wonder if this world will still exist, or vanish like a passing dream. There is a universe inside this umbrella, and I am lost inside its gentle light. Tomorrow waits beyond the outer streets, but here I do not need to leave, because this small world is enough. The room began to slow its steady fall. The city shimmered after passing storm. We walked a little faster than before, as if the ground itself had changed its tone, and every step felt lighter than the last. Reflections broke apart along the road, like fragments of a dream still half awake. Your footsteps matched the rhythm of my own. Without a word we moved in quiet sync, towards something neither one of us could name. The air still carried traces of the rain, but something warmer started in the wind, a feeling I could barely understand, growing stronger with each passing block. Excited steps across the fading storm, like hearts that learn to move in the same time. Every street became a turning point, every corner felt a little brighter now. In this moment where the sky is clearing, yesterday was slowly left behind. The air still carried traces of the rain, but something warmer started in the wind, a feeling I could barely understand, growing stronger with each passing block. Excited steps across the fading storm, like hearts that learn to move in the same time. Every street became a turning point, every corner felt a little brighter now. In this moment where the sky is clearing, I find myself walking closer to you. The storm is leaving without a sound, but nothing here feels ordinary now, as if the world is quietly beginning. Excited steps beneath the opening sky, no longer bound by distance or by rain. Tomorrow waits just past the glowing road, but I am still walking next to you, and every step feels like the start of us. The rain has nearly stopped above the street. The clouds are slowly drifting out of sight. We pause beneath the fading evening light, as drops still clung along the folded edge, like memories refusing to release. The umbrella trembled in your hand, a small world closing after shelter ends. The city sounds return from far away, and footsteps felt more separate again, as distance quietly returned to us. The space between us started to grow with every breath. The silence changed its tone. What felt like one small universe before became two paths preparing to divide, folding the umbrella after the rain. Feels like closing something we cannot keep. Every drop that falls from its surface is a moment slipping out of reach. In this gentle end of shared weather, I do not know how to let you go. You brush the handle slowly in your grip, as if you measure time within your hands. The streets became more ordinary again, yet something in the air remained unchanged, a quiet trace of everything we were. The space between us started to grow with every breath. The silence changed its tone. What felt like one small universe before became two paths preparing to divide, folding the umbrella after the rain. Feels like closing something we cannot keep. inside the shape of what we shared. Three lights blinked as evening settled down. The last of rain was barely on the ground. We stood there where the crossing lines divide, not knowing how to stretch the moment more as silence gently filled the empty air. The city slowly returned to its own pace, with footsteps separating into sound. Your hand was still holding the umbrella, even though the storm had disappeared, like it forgot to say goodbye to us. I felt the distance starting once again, as space returned between our separate worlds. But something softer stayed within the night, refusing to dissolve into the dark. See you tomorrow, quietly you said, as if the words could hold the night in place. Every ending feels like a beginning when your voice still lingers in the air. In this final moment of our rainfall, I want to believe in next time. You turned away beneath the streetlight glow, a shadow fading slowly into space. I watched until the crowd took you away, but something of you stayed behind with me, like echoes resting on the pavement lines. I felt the distance starting once again, as space returned between our separate worlds. But something softer stayed within the night, refusing to dissolve into the dark. See you tomorrow, quietly you said, as if the words could hold the night in place. Every ending feels like a beginning when your voice still lingers in the air. In this final moment of our rainfall, I want to believe in next time. The rain is gone, but memory remains, like light reflected on a distant wall, not fading, only changing form. See you tomorrow, beneath the fading sky. The city is slow